Tonight on Lifetime, Dan's mom returns with an all-new Tuesday, October 3rd, 2017, Season 7, Episode 23, and we have your Dance Moms recap below. On tonight's Dance Moms Season 7, Episode 23, the entire Pearson family visits Kevin in Los Angeles for a Manny taping. In other events, Jack confronts his demons in the wake of his fight with Rebecca. Tonight's episode will surely be filled with the usual Dance Moms drama. So make sure to bookmark this spot and come back for our Dance Moms recap from 900 p.m. 1000 p.m. ET. While you wait for our recap, make sure to head over and check all our Dance Moms recaps, news, spoilers, more. Tonight's Dance Moms recap begins now. Refresh page often to get the most current updates. This is Us begins tonight with Rebecca Mandy Moore driving home with her husband, Jack Pearson Milo Ventimiglia, after he admitted he was an alcoholic that needed help. She reminds him he has kicked this once before, he will do it again, and wants to know how he stopped before. Jack is sitting in the office and his desk is being overrun with files and he is drinking alcohol out of his mug. He then is shopping at a jewelry store looking to buy Rebecca a diamond. Back then, she tells him the drinking has to stop and he has to be a man and fix it. She storms off to bed. The following morning, they are sitting on the floor in the hallway and he says he can just quit drinking, and he will. He presents her with a black box with the diamond in it. The kids rush out and jump on them all together. Jack receives a call that he made a mistake at work and promises to fix it when he gets in, but as he comes back out of the room, he sees everyone fighting. Another day, Jack comes into the kitchen and a young Kevin and Randall show him their individual talents. Kevin scoffs at Randall's yo-yo trick and Rebecca pushes Kate to show her talent, then gives her pointers on how to be better. Jack kisses her and winks. Kevin, Justin Hartley and Sophie Alexandria Breckenridge at the set of The Manny, where he was asked to return for a special episode. Everyone is coming and he wants to impress them. He tells Sophie he wants everyone to love him like they love George Clooney. She says this is least attractive side, and they giggle it off. Meanwhile, Randall Sterling K. Brown and his daughters, Tessa Risbaker and Annie Faith Herman, are excited to go see Kevin perform, but Beth Susan Kalechi Watson questions if they have to go see a live taping of the least funniest show ever. Randall tells her not to say that to him. Randall struggles with filling out forms for having an older foster child in their house. Kate Chrissy Metz and Toby Dame and Chris Sullivan are preparing for her mom and Miguel John Wadas to come over. Toby says Miguel is the key to his plan to win over her mom, but Kate stresses about her mother thinking all they do is sit around and stuff their faces. Kate tells Toby that he doesn't understand how she feels when her mother comes and questions her. She promises not to act like a child nor overreact to everything she says and does. Miguel loves that Toby made pigs in a blanket, but Rebecca acts a little more reserved. On the Manny set, Sophie asks Kevin to play out his meltdown. And when he quit the show in real life, when he reenacts the moment, the producer sees it and claps, mocking him. Kevin says he has caught some of the show and feels it's great that they have a black Manny, as it's great in these times. Back in time, Jack gets through a brutal meeting at work and goes to a church where there is a meeting. He stands outside and listens to them speak but leaves before even walking into the room. A young Kevin finds Sophie at school and asks her if she wants to see his talent, and as Kate is rehearsing, she sees her father, who tells her to get in because he just came by to see her. Rebecca is at home and begins to cut material, humming. Kevin greets every one of his family and is happy, telling them to take their seat in the first row. He asks everyone to be nice to Sophie and Kate jokes that they love her more than him, and he leaves to get ready for the show. Kevin gets the last minute revisions to the show and isn't impressed. Jack talks to a young Kate who says she doesn't like singing because mom makes it seem like a job at times. When Kate is concerned for him and work, he jokes that his boss makes him feel like work is a job. Sometimes Kate puts her hands on both his cheeks and tells him it's going to be okay and encourages him to go back to work. Beth bugs Randall to fill out the forms again and the girls want to know what they are doing. When they notice Beth is uptight, they suggest she drinks some wine, which always relaxes her. Randall leaves with the papers as Beth is frustrated when he says this could take hours. She follows him outside. Randall struggles with question 15, regarding sexual and physical abuse and a child who came from a drug problem. Beth walks away from him angrily. Inside, Kate receives a call. She smiles and tells Toby it was the house band she sent her demo to and they need her to fill in tonight. She is about to leave for sound check and Rebecca overhears her mom says that is amazing and shares a tale of one of her singing gigs. Kate is shocked that her mom used to sing, and says she is a jackass and apologizes for being rude. Back in time, Jack is at the office. He pulls a bottle of alcohol out of his drawer and throws it in the garbage. He goes to a boxing gym, where he is offered the first hour free. He says he isn't interested in training, just keeping a promise to his wife. Kevin is performing the 100th episode of The Manny. When he is done the scene, he walks off to Sophie, who says he is crushing it. He tells Sophie that the producer is trying to humiliate him. She says the stupid show doesn't define him anymore. She tells him to be the bigger man and be Clooney. He kisses and thanks her for the advice. Toby sits beside Rebecca and attempts to be nice, but then says this is Kate's first real gig and he can't miss it. She tells him she understands, and Toby realizes Rebecca wants to come too. Young Kate is worried about her talent show, but her mother says she is the greatest singer in the house and gives her the outfit she made out of the dress she wore from the first time she performed, and wearing this will give her confidence. Kate agrees to wear it, feeling beautiful and confident in it. When she goes to show her mom, she hears her singing in the shower and runs off. Randall chases Beth down the streets. He asks her to hear him out about getting a child who has issues they don't know how to handle. He worries that their daughters are great because they did that all on their own, and virtually has nothing to do with them. He thinks they are being reckless to bring in that kind of potential hazard around their girls. He said he wants to adopt a newborn clean slate baby like he was. She asks if they can just table the conversation until they get home, but when he tries to speak to her again, she walks away. Kate sits with her mom, telling her she doesn't want to sing, that her throat hurts. Rebecca doesn't push her, but tells her they will get it next time. Kate gets on stage for her first gig and is happy to see Toby, but when she sees her mom she isn't happy. As she sings we see Jack at the boxing gym, and Rebecca watches beaming with pride. At the school, Kevin is at the talent show doing his best impersonation of Mr. T, and Jack arrives to see the performances. Back on the set of The Manny, Kevin comes out in a diaper. He sees Sophie and is able to do the scene because he sees her laughing. Beth comes to see Kevin. He says she missed the show and she apologizes. She tells him that Randall is driving her nuts, freaking out and second-guessing fostering and adopting. She knows it's true that he won't do anything without knowing he will succeed. They talk about when Randall met Beth, and she learns that she fell for the Manny's game, that at wasn't Randall's pickup line. Kevin says that is the only time in Randall's life he risked failure, and it was terrifying for him. She doesn't want to know that Kevin was on the phone the entire time she spoke to Randall for the first time. Rebecca hugs Kate and says that was phenomenal, but Kate said this is exactly why she didn't want them there. Rebecca says she sang incredibly beautifully and she should be proud of herself. Kate confronts her, thinking she is doing this because she feels sorry for her. Kate tells her she has always made her feel like a stupid fat little kid. When Rebecca asks what she has ever done, Kate says she existed, everything about her, not just her beauty or perfect pitch, it's everything. Rebecca denies that she ever wanted Kate to be just like her, and Kate digs in, saying she wanted her to be the singer she could never be. Rebecca doesn't say anything mean back. She says the kids were her everything, she is her little bug and her whole world, and maybe she did push her too hard. Kate says she loves her and is sorry, but now this is going to be her memory of her very first real gig. She walks out to the car. Rebecca asks Toby if it's true, and Toby says as much as he wants her to like him, he will always be Team Kate for life. That is the deal, and she can't ask him to side with her because he is Team Kate forever, and that is how this works. He asks if they should commence the awkward drive home. In the backseat, Rebecca holds her shoulder and Kate finally touches her hand to break the silence. Rebecca says she realized she really likes Kate's fiancé. Kate and Toby smile. Randall is walking with the girls, showing them the studio lot when Beth rushes up to them and jumps into Randall's arms, and the girls smirk in the background. She says the girls came out good, but they made them great, and the girls make them great. She is sure they can do this, as together they can do anything. She calls him crazy when he admits that he let Kevin listen to the phone call when he asked her out. Randall tells Annie and Tess they need to talk to them about something. Jack sits in the bedroom staring off when Rebecca wakes up. He said he kept it to himself last time and it can't be like that again. She nods. Jack comes to Kate's room, saying she needs to be nicer to her mother as she doesn't know everything. He wants to talk to her first to tell her that part of the reason him and her mother were fighting is because he has a drinking problem, like her father did. He admits hiding it because he really didn't want her to know that about him, but she needs to know. She puts her hands up to both his cheeks, looks him in the eyes as he says he is sorry and never wanted to disappoint her. She hugs him as he says he needs them. Rebecca drives Jack to the meeting. He gets out of the truck, smiles at her and walks towards the church, going into the meeting with all the other people. The end.